Morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is the DOUG here once again for his NFL Week 4 picks this time. Now, I should note I'm a little bit under the weather, so there won't be a lot of notes this week. It's just going to be a recap of last week and going into this week, and maybe a few things here or there. By the way, good hello to everyone on the House of Nerdum channel 68. Twitter, as I am now on Twitter. I will not be on Facebook that much, except for posting videos and talking to a few people. As many of you know, I deactivated my Facebook account this Sunday. I only reactivated it today just so I can talk to a few people I know through video gaming and sports and, of course, MagFest. If it wasn't for those three things, I'd still be off Facebook. But I digest. And no, I'm not re-downloading the Facebook app on my phone. You're better off just adding me on Twitter. And hello, everyone at the NFL YouTube prognosticators. Let's go to last week. Excuse me again. The Rams beat the 49ers in what was the first good Thursday night game of this year. Very high scoring. If you love defense, you probably hated that game. Speaking of no defense, the Jaguars beat the holy hell out of the Baltimore Ravens in London. It was bad. I think it was like 44-7. Bills got one of the many shockers of Week 3, beating the Broncos. The Saints also got their own shock as they beat the Panthers. The Bears defeated the Steelers in overtime. Pittsburgh looked discombobulated. The Falcons beat the Lions thanks to a controversial call. A lot of people said that was a touchdown. Others did not. To me, it looked like a touchdown. Unfortunately, what can you do? The refs reversed it. That's all you can do. Browns lose to the Colts, giving the Colts the first win of the year. But Browns made it interesting near the end. The Vikings, without Sam Bradford, beat the Buccaneers. The Patriots hold off a surprisingly good Texans team. The Dolphins pretty much bow down to the Jets. The Eagles somewhat easily handed the Giants. You know, Odell Beckham did get 2 touchdowns, and we're going to talk about Odell Beckham Jr. in a little bit. The Titans got my upset of the week as they beat the Seahawks. The Packers made a comeback to beat the Bengals. Bengals, while you did play good in the first half, yes, second half was terrible. The Chiefs easily handed the business with the Chargers. The Redskins got their Sunday night upset over the Raiders. And my Cowboys, who did play sluggish in the first half, did come back to win against the Cardinals. So I went 8-8 this past week, and for the season I am 29-18. Not bad. Let's get to a few things. I already talked about the Rams, and now there's no defense but high scoring. The Jaguars pretty much demolished the Ravens. A lot of upsets this past week as well. Excuse me. Vikings may not need Sam Bradford. We'll see how that goes. Jets apparently decided not to tank this week, or that just shows how bad the Dolphins really are. Odell Beckham. As many of you know, the ownership is not pleased with how he did his touchdown, acting like a dog peeing. To me, it's a two-way street, You said such touch on celebrations come back, he did get flagged for it. I was okay with it, but if I was ownership, I can understand being a little mad, but that's the least of your problems. If that's your biggest concern, Odell Beckham's touchdown celebrations, you have issues. Giants have a lot of problems on the offense and defense. So, if Odell Beckham's getting you touchdowns, let him do whatever celebrations he wants. And get it out of the way. By the way, the Dolphins reinstated that one player they suspended a few weeks ago for going AWOL. We'll see if he's going to be available for this Sunday's game in London, which is on Fox, by the way, unlike the last one. So, alright, let's get to these games. The first one is Thursday night, is the Chicago Bears going to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Both teams coming off a win. Bears getting a upset win over the Steelers. Bears have been playing pretty offset. They played good in week 1 and last week, but week 2 they were terrible. Green Bay, while they are winning, they're not doing it great. Remember, they had to come back to beat the Bengals. It is a short week for both of them, but Green Bay gets to stay at home. I'm taking the Packers here. I just feel they are the better team. And as long as you have Aaron Rodgers, you're always going to be favored to win. So I'm taking the Packers here at home. Next, we travel to jolly old London as the Saints go marching into London to take on the Miami Dolphins. I am taking the Saints here. While yes, the Dolphins did look good in week 2, week 3, I think showed what they really are. Crap. And the Saints, I think, with Drew Brees, if I got to pick a quarterback, I'm picking Drew Brees every time. I do hope they let Adrian Peterson run the ball a bit more. Because you need him to run, damn it. Run, Forrest, run. Get that running game going. Or at least let somebody on your running team get it going. Because if not, it's going to be terrible. And I do mean terrible. Moving on. The Bills travel to Atlanta. This is my upset pick of the week. I am taking Buffalo. Buffalo looked real good against Denver. And it looks like the offense is finally clicking. The defense has been clicking all season. I think they could actually beat Atlanta in Atlanta. I am taking the Bills. I think this should be a good early 1 o'clock matchup. If you can watch it in your area, please do so. Moving on. The Steelers take on the Ravens. I'm taking Pittsburgh here. Sorry. Baltimore, you let the Jaguars get 44 some odd points on your ass. There's no way I can pick you this week. Sorry, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Bengals take on the Browns. Somebody's got to get a win here. Neither team's won. I feel if the Bengals lose this game, there's going to be a lot of people getting fired. Lewis and everybody else. This is, I think, a job situation win for them. If they don't win, they will be getting fired. Browns, still young, still rebuilding. I don't think anyone's expecting them to do much. So, Green Ninja, if you're watching this, I am taking for the second week in a row the Cleveland Browns. Sorry, WKRP in Cincinnati. I don't trust the Bengals. Moving on. Cowboys at home against the Rams. I'm taking my Cowboys. Titans take on the Texans. I'm taking the Titans here. They are just really showing what they can do. They beat the Seahawks, which a lot of people had Seattle winning. They are looking good. Houston, while this rookie quarterback's playing very well, they hung in there with the Patriots. I just don't trust them. Defensively, I think they're the better team, but offensively, I got to go with the team that has a little bit more experience, and that's the Titans here. I think it should be a good matchup, or another one of the good 1 o'clock games we get. Next, the Detroit Lions travel to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. I'm taking the Lions here, I think, after the way they feel they got cheat in their eyes. I think they're going to be coming out wanting to eat. Sorry, Minnesota. You on borrowed time this week. Next, my lock of the week. The Panthers travel to New England to take on the Patriots. I am taking the Patriots here, guys. To me, they're just the better team. Even when they look like they should have lost last week, they still come back to win because Brady is a beast. And Panthers did not look great last week. I don't know what it was. Maybe a fluke, but I'm taking the Patriots. Next, a game that will probably be canceled because no one gives a crap about it. The game is so uninteresting. People are going to be watching Kazam starring Shaquille O'Neal and then watching Pluto Nash starring Eddie Murphy. The Jaguars take on the Jets in New York. I am taking the Jaguars. Yes, the Jets just won a game. That may be the only win they get this year. Still can't believe I'm picking Jacksonville. That makes me sad and cry. Next, another game that no one gives two fucks about. To the point where everyone's just going to pop in E.T. on Atari or Superman on Nintendo 64. It's the 49ers traveling to Arizona. I'm taking the Cardinals here. Well, yes, Arizona 49ers put up a lot of points, but their defense is terrible. Cardinals, it looks like they had the game won, but then, of course, the O-line, which is terrible, did not help. But you still got Palmer and you got Larry Fitzgerald. I'm taking the Cardinals. Next, Philadelphia travels to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. I'm taking the Eagles here. Chargers are just a choke artist team at this point. And I feel sorry for Philip Rivers, but that's what it is. Giants travel to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Buccaneers here. We just talked about the Giants have a lot of issues. I don't trust the Giants. There's a lot of Giants fans I'm sure not happy right now, and I think if the Giants lose this game, that would put them at 0-4. There will be some changes coming. I know the Eagles, Dallas, and Redskins fans are hoping they lose because I'll probably put him in the danger zone of pulling the plug early. So we shall see. But I got the Bucs at home. Next, the Raiders travel to Denver. Both teams coming off heartbreaking losses. You know, the teams that they should have probably beat. I'm taking the Raiders here on this one. I think offensively, the better team. Defensively, I would say about even, but Denver's probably a little better. But I think the Raiders' offense is going to step up and get him the win this week. The Sunday night game, which I don't think anyone's going to watch because it's a crap. This is the first Sunday night game that is crap. The Indianapolis Colts, without Andrew Luck again, travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Now, yes, Colts are coming off a win. It's against Cleveland. And I'm sorry, the Colts are still one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. I'm taking Seattle at home. I trust them more. I don't trust the Colts as far as I'm concerned. I'm waiting for the owner of that team to start firing people for stupid shit. In the Monday night game, it is the battle of brothers, so to speak, as it is the Redskins going to Kansas City take on the Chiefs. Redskins have Chiefs. That's why I said it. I'm taking Kansas City here. Why, yes, I will applaud the Redskins for getting the upset last week. Your second primetime game in a row. Can Kirk Cousins do it again? We shall see. But I think Kansas City's defense, which has been great even without Barry the last few games, their offense has been clicking. I just think the Chiefs are just going to overpower the Redskins. I do think it's going to be a close Monday night game, but I think Kansas City's going to get the W on this one. So just as a recap, I got the Packers, Saints, Bills, Steelers, Browns, Cowboys, Titans, Lions, Patriots, Jaguars, Cardinals, Eagles, Buccaneers, Raiders, Seahawks, and the Chiefs getting a W this week. My question of the video is this. Of the teams who still have not won a game, who has the best percentage? Who has the best chance? And just as a reminder, the teams who have not won a game are as followed: the Browns, the Bengals, the 49ers, the Chargers, and the Giants. To me, if I had to pick one, I'd probably say the Browns because that's who I have winning, but it's going to be interesting to see what everyone else has. Also, next week I should be back with my usual skit of notes and everything, you know, and all of that. I do apologize for not having it this week, but as you can tell, I'm sick. So until next time, this is the DRUG signing off, saying good luck to your teams this week. Next week we'll get back to some college games as well and a few other things. But until then, have a good night and good luck. Oh, by the way, I will make one college prediction right now. Virginia Tech is losing on Saturday. Good night, everybody.